You have had one of those days, the kind that sits like a stone in your chest. You tried to breathe through it. You offered a smile that felt thin. You kept moving, as if motion could sweep the weight away. But the weight stayed. You might feel tired in a way sleep cannot fix. You might feel worn down in your faith too. You might wonder if God noticed at all. Those thoughts are normal. They do not mean you failed. They mean you are human. You are not alone in this night season. Many of us have walked into evening carrying things we could not lay down earlier. You might have misunderstood what rest is. Rest is not only closing your eyes. Rest is not escaping problems without bringing them to God. Rest is not a quick trick that erases pain. Rest is the calm that comes when you get honest with God. Now, rest comes when you admit you are tired and let God be God about it. It is okay to say you are weak. You do not have to hold everything together. Your weakness does not make you less loved. It opens a door to be held. Psalm 13 says, "It is a cry to God when you cannot see hope." It uses plain words and raw feelings. It lets you say how long this pain will last. It reminds you that being open with God matters. When you read or think about it, you learn that honesty in hard times is a form of worship. It is not a sign of shame. That psalm shows you a model for the night. It helps you put words on what you feel. It asks you to tell God the truth about the day. You can do that too. Think of your mind like a small room with many windows. Some are open and bring fresh air. Some are closed and hold the heat in. Well, tonight you can begin opening any window you can. Name one worry. Say it softly. Say another fear. Say it out loud if you can. Let the words be simple. You do not need perfect language. God hears the language of the heart, not the applause of clever words. You may have been taught to hide feelings. Maybe you thought faith meant always cheerful. That message can be heavy. It can make you feel guilty about being real. Instead, let the night be a safe place to practice being honest. You can tell God about anger, disappointment, regret, and fear. Those things do not surprise God. You are not introducing new facts to Him. You are simply letting Him in. You are inviting Him to hold the whole messy you. If you find yourself replaying moments from the day, that is okay. The replay shows what matters to you. Let those scenes be a map to your heart. Ask quietly what you needed in each scene. Did you need courage to speak? Did you need patience to wait? Did you need forgiveness for a harsh word? Naming what you needed allows you to ask for it now. It also helps you learn for tomorrow. You do not have to fix the whole pattern tonight. Small steps count. Now breathe slowly. Imagine your breath as a gentle tide. In comes peace. Out goes a little worry. Repeat this a few times. Let your shoulders fall. Let your jaw unclench. Let your heart admit, I am tired. I am safe enough to be honest. You are opening a space to rest. You are not done yet. but you have made a start. You do not have to rush into deep prayer if your heart feels numb. Start with simple words like help, peace, or I am tired. Those small words carry a doorway to deeper talking with God. Remember, the night is not only for sorting problems. The night can be for leaning into God's arms. It can be for laying down the story of the day at His feet. You can bring the day's heavy stones one by one. You can let Him hold them for you tonight. You may feel a little lighter already. That is a gentle sign of God's presence. He listens to the quiet and the loud. He hears the single tear and the long sigh. Let that truth rest on you. Stay with it. Let your heart settle for a moment. You do not need to fix everything before sleep. Let the admission of need open the first small door to rest. When you are ready, keep breathing and keep going. You have walked to this point. You did not walk alone. You carry scars and lessons. Hard things have been teaching you. Yes, they have been shaping how you see yourself and God. Each trial has worn grooves in your life. Those grooves guide your feet now. They show you where God met you before. They remind you He walks with you, even when you do not feel His steps. Growth through difficulty is not quick. It is slow, like the turning of a tree ring. It happens one season at a time. At first, you may not notice the change. Later, you look back and see new strength. Sometimes growth feels like quiet learning. Other times it feels like pain that teaches patience. You may resist the lesson. That is natural. But growth often begins when you stop fighting the fact of your life. Acceptance can become fertile soil. In that soil, small seeds of trust begin to sprout. Psalm 119 says, it speaks about learning through hard times and through God's teaching. It says that God's words can guide you when you are confused. It shows that Scripture can be a friend in the dark. This psalm reminds you that steady attention to God helps you grow. It does not promise a quick fix. It promises a faithful teacher in God's words. That idea can change how you view struggle. Instead of a waste, it becomes an opportunity to learn. Think of your troubles as a teacher's hand. The teacher does not always speak kindly, but the teacher helps you notice where you need correction. The teacher shows your weak spot so you can strengthen it. You may be in the middle of a long test. It feels unfair. Try to see one small lesson tonight. Maybe the lesson is patience. Maybe it is humility. Maybe it is the need to slow down. Naming one lesson helps you grow without being overwhelmed. Practice tiny habits you can keep. Read a short sentence from a psalm. Pray a single line of honest thanks. Say aloud one truth you believe about God. Keep it simple and repeat it. Repetition is like walking a path through the woods. At first, the path is faint. Over time, your steps wear a clear trail. That trail will carry you forward in days of struggle. Remember that growth is often invisible. You may not always feel stronger, but small changes add up. A softer reaction to an old trigger, a slight choice to forgive, a tiny step toward sharing honestly. Each one matters. They are like stitches in a quilt. Alone they seem small. Together they form warmth. Do not compare your growth to others. Your life has its own pace. Rain falls at different times in different places. The same cloud does not wet every field the same way. Your path will include sun and storm. Both shape you. Both teach you how to lean on God. Now allow your heart to rest on the truth that every trial carries teaching. You are learning even when you do not see it yet. Let that thought be a small comfort. Let it make your night a place where you can quietly say, I am being taught. I will listen tomorrow. Tonight, I choose to lay down one worry and trust God with it. Keep breathing. Let your mind come back to one simple truth. God walks with learners. He stays present in the slow work of change. There is a steady truth that will carry you if you choose it. It is not a shallow optimism. It is a deep, biblical truth you can hold when the lights go out. You do not have to perform for it. You do not have to have all the answers. You only need to keep your heart turned toward God. Perseverance is not a loud, dramatic act. It is the quiet choosing to stay with God, even when it hurts. It is getting up again the next day to try loving a little more. Psalm 37 says, it teaches patient trust and quiet endurance. It tells you to hold steady and let go of frantic quick fixes. It compares trust to waiting for a tree to grow. Trees take time. So does God's help. The psalm encourages you to keep your heart soft. It warns against sharp anger and rushed decisions. This helps you see perseverance not as stubbornness, but as steady trust. Perseverance looks like small daily choices. It looks like forgiving one person one time. It looks like praying quietly when you would rather scream. It looks like keeping your hands open instead of clutching control. These acts are not always dramatic. They are faithful. Over time, they build a life that can stand in storms. If you feel tired of trying, that fatigue is part of the process. The night can be a place to lay down your heavy tools. Give God the weight you have been carrying alone. Tell Him honestly you are exhausted. Ask for the simple strength to continue tomorrow. You do not need fresh courage right now. You only need a small light to guide the next step. Perseverance often requires a friend. Name one person who can be with you in small ways. Maybe it is someone you can text a short truth to tonight. Maybe it is someone you can call in the morning. Ask for help where you need it. Asking does not make you weak. It makes you wise. We were made for community and for shared burden carrying. Practice a short prayer of perseverance. Say it slowly and simply. Ask God for steady feet and a patient heart. Thank Him for keeping you even when you wobble. Remember, perseverance is not perfect. It is persistent. It is returning your heart to God again and again. Now, take a moment to breathe. Let your mind repeat a short truth. God is with you. He is slow to anger and steady in love. Hold that truth like a small stone in your hand. It will help steady your steps tomorrow. There is a quiet warning that helps keep your heart true. It is not to frighten you. It is to guide you away from things that feel like help, but are not. Temptations come with shiny promises. Quick fixes often hide as comfort. They whisper that you can run away from pain by grabbing control. The warning is simple. Do not confuse ease with healing. The path that looks fastest can cost you later. Your heart can lean on many things: work, busyness, food, screen time, or numbing habits might look like solutions. They help for a moment, but they do not heal the root. You might come to rely on these things to silence feelings. Over time, dependence grows. That dependence steals rest and peace. The night can show you what you truly trust. Psalm 62 says, "It warns against trusting in things that cannot fully hold you." It points you back to God as the only safe place. It helps you see how small supports can feel bigger than they are. This psalm invites you to test what you trust. Is your trust in money, praise, or yourself? Or is it resting in God's steady care? Let that question be gentle. It is not an accusation. It is an invitation to turn your gaze. Shifting focus toward Jesus means simpler living. It means choosing presence instead of performance. It means trading a crowded heart for a quiet one. And the shift asks you to notice where your heart lands in a crisis. Do you reach first for God or for a quick comfort? Your answer can guide a small next step. As you prepare for sleep, think of removing small stones from your shoes. Each stone is a habit that distracts. Pull out one stone tonight. Maybe that means closing the phone earlier. Maybe it means saying no to a small demand. Maybe it means asking God for help instead of pretending not to need it. These tiny changes open space to notice Jesus more. You can invite Jesus into the simple facts of your night. Ask Him to sit with you while you brush your teeth. Ask Him to ride in the car with you tomorrow. Ask Him to be present in the small meals. These are not dramatic prayers. They are steady habits of turning. They train your heart to look for Jesus in ordinary places. If worry pulls you toward quick fixes, place a short anchor phrase beside you. Something like, "Jesus, help me rest." Repeat it when temptation comes. The phrase is a rope you can grab in the dark. It brings you back to steady ground. Now consider a small warning about your words. Words can cut or heal. Rehearse kindness in your mind before sleep. If you must speak with someone tomorrow, pray for the right words tonight. Ask for patience. Ask for the ability to listen more than speak. These small precautions keep you focused on Jesus' way of gentleness. Think of faith like a lamp on a rocker. You rock it slowly by small acts. Each act keeps the lamp burning. Avoid sudden changes that blow out the flame. The night is a good time to plan small, steady steps. They will help you move away from false comforts. Yet they will bring you closer to Jesus. Hard things refine you like heat refines metal. The process is painful. It is also purposeful. You may feel pressed or tested. The weight of waiting or the sting of loss often brings a question. What is being made in me through this? You might want a short answer. There is rarely one. Refining shapes patience, character, and humility. It removes rough edges you did not know needed smoothing. Refining is not God punishing you. Think of a potter with clay. The potter kneads and trims to make something beautiful and useful. The potter's hands are careful and kind. They do not crush. They shape. This image helps you see trials as shaping hands, not condemning ones. God is patient. He works slowly and lovingly in your life. Psalm 66 says, it talks about being refined and tested like metal, and it shows how God lets trials come to purify faith and strength. The psalm remembers how people cried out and how God answered. It links difficulty with eventual praise. This helps you hold hope in the middle of pain. It reassures you that refining has an end and a purpose. When the heart asks why, simple answers help. Bible truth is not always long. Sometimes it is a single calm sentence, like God uses hard things for good. You can repeat that sentence tonight. Let it become a small lullaby for your soul. It will not answer every question, but it will help steady your heart. Refining needs patience. It needs a posture of listening. You cannot rush the kiln. You cannot force metal to glow faster. Accept that growth takes time. Let the night be a place to breathe into that pace. Offer a small prayer, asking for patience and understanding. Ask God to show one thing He is working on in you. It might be a new softness toward yourself. It might be courage to apologize. It might be the energy to trust again. Remember small signs of refining. Did you react differently today than you once would have? Did you choose a better word? Did you pause before answering? Celebrate those small shifts. They are evidence of the potter's hand. Keep a gentle gratitude for them. Gratitude does not ignore pain. It recognizes progress and invites hope. Hope grows in the soil of small, faithful choices. Hold to small promises. Promise yourself one gentle action tomorrow. Perhaps a kindness, a short prayer, or an honest conversation. These are the threads that stitch refining into your life. Night is a time for quiet promises, and it is a time for God to finish the work that the day began. He is patient with the slow work. He will not leave you half finished. Even if you cannot see the whole plan, you can trust that something good is being made. Finally, rest into the promise and reward God offers. The night has a special quiet that can carry God's peace to your heart. You do not have to earn this peace. It arrives because God is faithful. He keeps watch while you sleep. In the darkness, His presence can be a lamp to your soul. He covers you with tenderness and care. Psalm 91 says, it speaks of shelter and quiet protection in the night. It talks about God as a safe place where you can lie down without fear. The psalm comforts with images of being kept safe under God's wings. When you hear its tone, you can imagine a gentle shelter around you. This helps you trust God through the night. Now allow your words to become a soft prayer. Speak slowly and simply. God, I am heavy tonight. I bring these cares to you. I am tired of carrying so much. Help me place one burden in your hands. Help me trust you with the rest. Thank you for being near. If you like, name one worry now. Speak it aloud or whisper it. Ask God to hold it with you. Imagine placing it in His hands like a small stone. Feel your hands emptying. Let His gentleness fill you instead. Repeat a short sentence. I am held. I am safe. Ask for rest that heals. Not only sleep that covers tiredness. Ask for rest that mends the soul. Pray for dreams that teach, not frighten. Ask for morning light that brings fresh strength. Pray for a soft courage for the day ahead. Pray for those you love. Now think of one person who struggles tonight. Ask God to touch them as He touches you. Send a short blessing for them. This practice opens your heart beyond yourself. It connects you to others in peace. Pray for forgiveness if needed. Ask God to show any action that needs mending. Be gentle with yourself. Confession is not a beating. It is a doorway to healing. Let your repentance be simple and honest. Thank God for His mercy. Now breathe slowly and rest your forehead on the pillow of God's promise. Visualize a sheltering presence. Imagine warmth and soft light. Feel the weight lift a little. Your heartbeat slows. You are not alone in the dark. You are watched over. You are loved beyond measure. End with a short surrender. God, I trust you with tonight. Keep watch and give me peace. Bring me mercy in the morning. And let me wake with a little more strength to try again. Thank you for your patient love. If you would like, say Amen quietly. Then let your hands fall open. Lay your head down. Let sleep come. God is with you. He rests with you. He will meet you at dawn.